Hey there! So in this video of the CRM tutorial series, we're going to be showing you how to add and update information for a contact. Now, why would you need to manually enter leads? This would be a sales-generated lead. So somebody who walked up on the lot, maybe it's someone you spoke to on social media. Basically, it's anybody who is not currently in the system. After you enter the lead, we're going to show you how to select the lead source. In other words, where that lead came from. And then lastly, after that lead is in the CRM, I'll show you how to update the statuses, kind of explain why you would update the statuses, the whole layout, and also if the phone numbers or emails or addresses for that customer were to update and change, I'll show you how to update those as well. So it's pretty simple. Let's get started. All right. So this is the main screen of the CRM when you first log in. You'll see these menu bars at the very top. You'll see a little home button. You'll see the contacts, calendar, notifications. So we're going to go ahead and click on contacts. All right. So here you will see a listing of the contacts in the system. About 4 or 5 columns to the right, you will see a column called Contact Owner. That is the owner or salesperson assigned to the contact. So I'm signed in as John Smith here in the top right, and so I can see that I'm assigned to, these 6 different contacts. At the very top of the screen here, you also have these columns and filters, so you can actually type in this. So if I wanted to find Kim Kardashian, say I had 600 leads and I couldn't find it, I could just type in Kim, and then the name will pop up here. So pretty dynamic, super quick. But I want to enter in a new lead. Tony Stark has walked onto my lot, and I don't have him in my system. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add Contact. So here we go. So you'll see this menu pop up in the top right, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and click first name and type in Tony. I'm going to hit tab, and that will take me to the next box, basically. You can also just kind of click in this. So I'm going to type in Tony Stark. He's fallen on hard times. He needs to come in and get a loan. So entering date of birth. This is just important information to make sure, they're of age to buy a car. So you can click on this little calendar button here, and it'll pop up this screen. And so from here, you can click on the various buttons here that will allow you to drill down. So you can click on year, for example. You can go through here and it's, click and search for the date. I find it easier just to actually just type it in. So you can just type in 1/1/12/1995. For example, and that's basically November 12th, 1995. Okay. Owner. So this one's important. If you are the salesperson entering the lead and you want the lead assigned to you, make sure to click your name. So owner is John Smith. Again, I'm signed in as John Smith. So I want to make sure that I'm assigned to that. If you're a sales manager and you're entering leads and you want to assign it to a salesperson, you can do that as well. But as a salesperson, I imagine you want to keep the lead to yourself. So if you, by chance, select somebody else, you're going to need to get your sales manager to override it for you or make the change. You will not be able to make the change. Okay? Now, lead source category. So this one's pretty important to determine the origination of the lead. So let me kind of zoom in on this section here. So right now you'll see we have 3 options: social media, internet, and other. So if you click on social media, it'll basically give you these 4 different lead sources: Facebook, Google, Instagram, or Twitter. So if they're somebody you spoke to on Twitter, or they're someone you spoke to on Instagram, or you brought them in, you would select those as appropriately. The other one is internet. So this would be someone who filled out an app or heard about you on the internet, found you on the website, things like that. You can type that in. You can put that in as a lead source as well. There's only one option for internet. So if you click internet, it's basically internet. And then there's the other category. Other category is kind of all-encompassing. It's a catch-all, basically. So when you click on other, you've got people who may have called you up and said, hey, I'm looking for a car. Can you help me out? You may have somebody who walked up on the lot and said, hey, look, I'm looking for a car. This may also be a referral. So somebody who you worked with previously was referred them to you. And so these are the different types of options for that lead source. So I'm going to go ahead and say Tony Stark went ahead and walked up on the lot, and he's looking for a car. So first pieces of information that I want to get from aside from their name, are going to be their phone numbers and their emails. So here you can click on that little plus button, and it'll pop up this screen here. So I'm just going to go ahead and enter some random numbers for a number, and then I'm going to say this is the primary. I'm going to call it work, and I'm going to click add. Okay, so you can see that when I click add, it'll show up here. And if you ever want to edit it or delete it, you can just click on one of those buttons appropriately. So the little pencil icon to edit and the red icon to delete. Pretty simple. Addresses, same thing. So you're going to see a main window pop up here where you can just enter in the address. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 123 Fake Street. He lives in New York, in the great state of New York. Alrighty, here we go. And then I'm going to type in a zip code. Does it? And then I'm going to select that's his home, and that's his primary. Okay, I'm going to click add. And so, as you can see, when I did all those things, it basically added the information for that contact to the bottom right. And what's most important now is that I hit this button, create. If you do not hit the button create and you click out or go somewhere else, it does not save it to the CRM. So you have to click this create button. Okay. Then when you click create, it's going to save it to the CRM. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my screen, and we should see Tony Stark pop up here. All right, there he is, Tony Stark. Now you'll see that he has been added. There's his information around his phone number, the birth date, and then of course the contact owner, which is us. So I'm going to go ahead and drill into Tony Stark. So this is the main contact screen for basically every contact in the CRM. So main pieces I want to kind of walk through with you is these three sections. So on the left here, this is your information and activity kind of hub. So this is all the information about the customer. This is all the activity and actions you can take upon that customer in the top right, top left. This main section here, this center section, is going to be a listing of all the activities, phone calls, notes, and tasks that you assign to this customer. And then on the right, you're going to have these different sections here where, you've got status history. If they happen to indicate they want a vehicle, you can add a vehicle in here as well. And also we give you the ability to upload documents, but we'll go through that in a separate video. So first things first, when the deal is added to the CRM, when the customer or application has been added, you'll see that the status is set to new. So this is basically a new lead, okay? You need to change this to up status when you start working on them, okay? If you don't change it to up, that basically means it's an untouched lead. Even though it is assigned to you, you're not working it. That's what that means. So if you change it to up, that will mean you're working the deal, okay? So I'm going to click update. And then you'll notice that when I click update, I've got these two new options now, whether it's active, bad, or lost. You'll want to change it to active if you begin actually calling the customer, if you begin messaging them, if they come in on the lot, things like that. So again, once you make that change, just click update. But for this particular video, I just wanted to show you how to update information for this customer. So earlier I had put in a bad phone number, basically 112-451-5256. Well, it turns out I fat fingered it and I entered it in 5256 when it should have been 5652. All right, so super simple. You're going to click on this edit button. It's going to pop out the same main screen that you saw when you created the app. When you created the lead. And you can just go ahead and edit this phone number. Click on the little pencil icon, and then we're going to change that to 5652. We're going to hit update, and that's basically going to save it there. Now, when you make these changes, you must click the button that says save. If you do not click the save button, it will not commit it to the CRM. Okay? We're going to click save, and you can see here that suddenly the phone number has changed and updated automatically. So that's it for this tutorial. It's pretty simple to enter in a lead into the CRM. Again, just going through it real quick. So this is your main screen again. You'll go to the contacts page. You'll click on add contact. You'll enter in your information here. When that contact is first added, it's going to be in this new status. You need to log into that or drill down into that contact and change it to up or active as appropriate, and then begin working the lead. All right, so super simple. Hope that was clear, hope that was helpful, and look forward to seeing you on future videos. Thanks, bye-bye.